Hello everyone, thank you for listening to my presentation. What you see on the screen is my improved innovation, and this will be presented clearly in the next few slides. My innovation is called iProAdLab. It is a collaborative, interactive, easy and exclusive Google site on Android and iOS mobile applications for TSLB 3143 Fundamentals of Research in Education. My name is Henry Nicholas Lee and I'm from the Department of Holistic Education IPGK Gaya. Before we move on, I would like to share a quote which strongly drives me into designing and producing this innovation by Susie Boss. In their TSLB 3143, the students are exposed to research skills. This includes planning and producing a proposal. They need to analyze issues in education, CLO2, and present a critical and professional justification for their proposal, which is on CLO3. To link these two CLOs are the main problems. Students' reflections are not utilized properly by them to plan, produce, critique, and justify the initial thoughts of issues in education. The highlight of this innovation is on their reflection writing, which contributes significantly to quality supervision and quality research writing. iProAdLab is systematic because not only two files are uploaded, which are portfolios and PDP files, but also most importantly, students' reflections to help them see the issues and justify the issues. The objectives of this innovation is to provide an online professional practice collaboration in preparing students' proposal and to promote, support and maintain an exclusive, safe, interactive and convenient research and intellectual environment for undergraduate researchers. In 2020, when my 3 students went for their practicum phase 1, the teaching and learning was on PDPR because the whole country was on COVID-19 pandemic. It was at this time that the 2 files, portfolio and PDP, went into soft copies mode. Also, it was during this time that I had the idea of this innovation. In late 2020, Google Classroom was fully utilized, and I took the initiative to learn more about Google features. However, the use of Google Classroom was only meant for me and my students. All other information is taken from different Google Classroom platforms. In short, there is a problem with time, space, and accessibility because the use of Google Classroom is not centralized. To summarize, the Google Classrooms that are used are non-interactive and non-user friendly. It has no systematic delivery of professional practice component, no direct supervision links on the use of students' reflections, and no proof of effective and quality supervision and quality research writing collaboration. Based on my findings, there is a need for an outstanding support for early TESOL researchers. iProAdLab is developed in 2 simple ways, through a website and a mobile Android and iOS application to support and sustain a vibrant research collaboration between TESOL lecturers and students. Based on the current slide, a student did not know the arrangement of sections and had to be told to highlight the problems in their reflections. This is an evidence of a non-user-friendly Google Classroom. This is time-consuming for both lecturers and students. The current slide shows the main problems faced by supervising lecturers and students, which is quality supervision, which also contributes to students' quality proposal writing and dissertation writing. The development of this website and app is through an initial process of coding into an app as shown in the current slide. From the coding process, an innovation draft 1 on live testing is conducted using Thunkable. The current slide shows an implemented innovation on Google site as website and iOS and Android applications. And this is the improved iProAdLab on Google site, which is followed by an improved iPro AdLab on iOS and Android applications. iPro AdLab enhances TSLB 3143 delivery and support two important components in the PISMP program, their Amalan Profesionalisme and Amalan Penyelidikan under the 4.0 Industrial Revolution and Digital Learning Outcomes for IPGs. Let's find out what my students think of this site and app.
The iPro AdLab site is easy to access with great navigations, especially with the back to home button, so visitors don't have to go back and forth from one website to another manually. So I would say it is actually very convenient to use. And then since this site also allows students to continuously keep in touch with the lecturer or supervisor to keep up to date about the latest development in their thesis writing or research development, so I think these interactive features is helpful to ensure ongoing feedback from the lecturer to students. And in addition, this site is also systematically designed in which the research development for training can be conducted more effectively and more organized. Overall, I have gained benefits in developing and completing my thesis writing, as both my supervisor and I consistently interact with each other and give feedback on my thesis writing. So the supervision system is efficient and really aids in providing support to my thesis writing completion.
I personally find the iPro AdLab is very convenient, as visitors are able to navigate through the information easily with the headings and subheadings used. Furthermore, it is also interactive, where we can have access to handbooks and other related websites that are embedded to iPro AdLab by only clicking on the buttons. Other than that, iPro AdLab is designed in a systematic way that allows the research development for training to be conducted more effectively and organized. Personally, for my thesis writing, I have gained benefits in developing and completing it with consistent interaction on how and what to do by getting feedback on my thesis writing from my supervisor. Overall, the supervision system is efficient and really contributes to the development of my thesis writing.
The Google site is free for all under the MOE. The features are more interactive and user-friendly, which also can be converted into an app using a third-party company. The maintenance of this app involves buying the full package from the third-party company called Thunkable. I had this idea and developed it from January to May 2021. On the same year, from June to December, I came up with iPro AdLab and implemented it among my supervisees. Earlier this year in January, I looked into its effectiveness, and leading to March this year, I participated in IPGK Gaya Innovation Competition and had improved the site and app accordingly. So far, iPro AdLab has provided early researchers development skills and support for quality supervision and research writing. The next slides discuss these further. Firstly, this innovation highlighted research elements as well as pointing out sources in research writing. Students were able to navigate the Google site and application to find information and work on documents using Google Docs. The impact of this innovation is that it protects data through private sharing, and all that training and development information is only a click away. And for the cost, since practicum phases 1 and 2 are done in 12 weeks, we need approximately 4 months per semester to use this app, as we do have a choice of being billed monthly, which is more costly, or annually, which is cheaper. In 4 months, the cost will be around 800 ringgit, in which this cost is bearable when we have at least an average of 60 people going for SBE, practicum and internship. The end cost is only 13 ringgit per student. In addition, if the lecturers do buy this app, the cost will be cheaper. As I've said earlier, the more people use it, the cheaper it gets. For time management, as you can see, time taken to achieve all these tasks is shorter significantly. I'm in for suggestion for improvements. The Google site on iOS and Android applications function well even without the apps. However, an app is more interactive on mobile phones. This innovation can be replicated by IPGM to be used at all IPGs for all programs and not just TESOLs. Since IPGM does not provide hosting for apps, I reckon that when all IPGs use these apps, it will be free since the payment is done by the users. The website and the apps are also editable on the go, and hence any changes made by particular IPGs only affect their campus, since the Thunkable subscriptions allow 50 productions of private apps at the same cost of 800 ringgit, which means 50 IPGs can change the features accordingly. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. The following slides are all my references. Thank you again.